Welcome to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit. The era of rapid EV expansion has hit a speed bump. The market's growth has slowed, triggering an unprecedented price war as EV manufacturers slash prices to stay afloat. As a result, these manufacturers are in the red, and the quickest way to stop the bleeding is to reduce the workforce. Yes, you heard it right. Layoffs have hit the EV market. Thousands are being handed their walking papers, and we're here to discuss 8 major instances. Number 8. Stellantis' unspecified layoffs. Stellantis, the company behind Jeep, is bracing for a workforce reduction in its U.S. factories in the coming months. This move is a response to the rapidly evolving global auto market. The company is grappling with increased capital expenditure for transitioning from gasoline to electric vehicles, declining U.S. sales in the first quarter, and higher costs due to a new agreement with the United Auto Workers Union. Stellantis CEO, Carlos Tavares, emphasized the need for global cost-cutting measures to keep electric vehicles within reach for the middle class, given that they cost about 40% more than their gasoline counterparts. Without such reductions, the affordability of EVs could become a challenge, potentially shrinking the market and driving costs up further. This comes as Stellantis reported a nearly 10% drop in vehicle sales from January through March compared to the same period a year earlier. Number 7. Lucid trims U.S. workforce by 6% amid softening EV demand. Lucid Group, an electric vehicle manufacturer, announced on Friday a 6% workforce reduction in the United States, equating to around 400 employees. This move comes as the industry faces slower growth, and automakers are striving to control costs amidst rising inflation and high interest rates. The layoffs will affect all levels of employees, excluding the hourly manufacturing and logistics workforce. Lucid, which had approximately 6,500 full-time employees globally as of last December, anticipates incurring charges of $21 million to $25 million due to the workforce reduction. The company is also planning to increase its capital expenditure to expand its production capacity in Arizona and build a new factory in Saudi Arabia. Backed by Saudi Arabia's public investment fund, Lucid aims to start production of a more affordable mid-size car and its Gravity SUV this year. Number 6. Tesla cuts 10% workforce. Tesla, the world's leading EV manufacturer, is facing a challenging period. After a decade of rapid expansion and a workforce of 140,000, the EV market's stagnation has led to financial losses and inevitable cost-cutting measures, including layoffs. Tesla recently announced a 10% global workforce reduction, affecting all plants, particularly in the US and China, where sales have dropped by 43%. This equates to over 14,000 job losses, including 3,332 in Texas, 2,688 in California, and 700 in Nevada. Interestingly, the layoffs extend beyond the basic workforce to software service sectors, and several executives have departed. The current situation underscores the volatile nature of the EV market. Before we delve deeper, do us a favor and smash that like and subscribe button. This helps us reach more auto enthusiasts just like you. Now let's shift gears and steer towards our next point. Number 5. Rivian's second round of layoffs. Rivian, once a promising EV maker, is grappling with slower sales due to economic slowdown and high interest rates. This has led to significant losses, plummeting shares, and disappointed investors. To counter this, Rivian has been exploring cost-cutting measures, including in-house part production and supplier renegotiations. However, these efforts haven't been enough, leading to inevitable layoffs. After cutting 10% of its workforce in February, Rivian has announced another 1% reduction. Despite the difficulty, officials deem these cuts necessary for the company to achieve a positive gross margin by year's end. In a noteworthy move, Rivian has introduced a new, more affordable model, the R2 SUV. Originally planned for a new plant, it will now be produced in an existing one, potentially saving over $2 billion. Deliveries are expected in the first half of 2026. Number 4. Fisker's Freefall and capital-saving job cuts. Despite the impressive launch of the SUV Ocean last year, Fisker's financial health is deteriorating. The company's stock has been on a downward trend, exacerbated by recent announcements of impending layoffs. Initially, news of potential discussions with buyers offered some relief to investors, but the layoff news has reignited concerns. Fisker officials have indicated that further job cuts are on the horizon, a necessary step to conserve capital. This has led to increased volatility and a drop in Fisker's stock. According to Business Insider, these layoffs are expected to occur within the next 2 months. Fisker is exploring all options to address its financial needs, including potential discussions with buyers and investors and various restructuring alternatives. However, there's a chance these efforts may not succeed, leading some experts to speculate about the company's future. Number 3. GM's Lake Orion plant troubles. GM, a legacy car maker that fully embraced electrification, is now navigating a slowdown, striving to survive and conserve capital. The situation led to a share buyback and job cuts at the Lake Orion plant, due to underperforming new EVs based on the Ultium platform, and the discontinuation of the successful Chevy Bolt EV and EUV models. The plant, which employed 1,261 workers, is laying off 24% of its workforce. It's being retooled for all-electric pickups like the Silverado EV and Sierra EV. Most impacted employees, represented by UAW Local 5960, have been offered new roles at other GM facilities. GM's EV journey continues amidst challenges, with major EV investments, including the production of electric pickups, postponed until late 2025, and the new drive unit production pushed to year-end. Number 2. Ford F-150 Lightning production reduced by 2/3. Ford, the pioneer among the Big Three in launching an all-electric pickup, the F-150 Lightning, is facing a downturn. Despite initial demand, interest waned as the electric pickup fell short of its ICE counterpart's capabilities. With declining sales, Ford resorted to hefty discounts, leading to significant losses. In fact, the company lost over $36,000 on each electric F-150 sold last year, totaling over $5 billion in EV losses in 2023. To mitigate this, Ford significantly reduced production and announced workforce cuts. Out of 2,100 workers at the Rogue Electric Vehicle Center in Dearborn, only 700 will remain. The rest will either be reassigned to the Wayne plant or offered a $50,000 retirement package. Number 1. NIO prepares another round of layoffs, rumors suggest. Despite China's reputation as a leading EV market, it's not immune to challenges. The growth has decelerated, competition has intensified, and a price war is underway, causing companies like NIO to struggle. NIO's shares have plummeted 90% from their 2021 peak, and despite decent sales and some growth, the company isn't turning a profit. To cut costs, NIO reduced its workforce by 10% last November, and rumors suggest another round of layoffs is imminent. Although officials deny these rumors, social media sources and CEO William Li's intent to eliminate redundant roles suggest otherwise. The extent of the layoffs remains uncertain, but it's clear that companies like NIO are facing unprecedented struggles, signaling a potential shift in China's automotive industry landscape. Thanks for watching and see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to Piston Pundit to get notified for the next vehicle updates and upcoming videos. Keep your engines revving.